Your blunts rolled and your drink poured. What's the deal? Where everybody at? Y'all know what it is. I'm always late. Don't ask that. Y'all know I'm coming. I'm gonna be late to my funeral. Shit, I might even make it to that motherfucker. Who knows? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Today, I'm gonna drop a bomb on y'all about getting tattoos in prison. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. A lot of guys get tattoos in prison. Honestly, is smarter than doing it out here because the price difference is crazy. Tap in, tap the fuck in. I know y'all probably thinking like, oh, that's unsanitary and they don't know what they doing and all that. Listen, there's some talented guys in prison. You wouldn't believe it. Tap in, tap the fuck in. And if he a clean guy, he keep his tools clean. So, nah, it ain't all of that crossing, catching diseases off each other and all that bullshit. Nah, it ain't even like that. Tap in, tap the fuck in. You gotta have you a tattoo artist that know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Preferably, you should be getting a tattoo by an artist that was a tattoo artist in the world. You should never want to experiment with some new fake ass tattoo artists in prison because they don't know what the fuck they doing. Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, I'm about to go ahead and break this shit down, right? So we gonna start from the top. When I went to prison, right, I ain't know shit. You know, when you go to prison, you don't know nothing. You gotta learn everything from scratch. I done told y'all before, they make y'all watch videos, to learn about what's gonna happen in prison, the do's and don'ts, shit like that, right? All right, well, they don't tell you about this. They don't tell you about tattooing. You know what I'm saying? When you in prison, you gonna run into guys that know how to do tattoos. And it's gonna be so tempting because just to say for like a tattoo out here in the world that might be $1,000 in prison, that's a $20 tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And them niggas in prison can do it the same way that a motherfucker would do it out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. So I got tattoos on my arms. I got tattoo across my chest. I got tattoos on my back. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a little cold out here, so I ain't gonna display it now. But eventually a time will come, and I'm gonna show y'all my tattoos. But most of my tattoos I got on me is from prison. You know what I'm saying? The only tattoos I got on me that's not from prison is the ones on my neck. I got two on my neck. I got both of them done before I even went to prison. But all the other ones on me, on my arms, my chest, and my back, I got all that did in prison. I ain't even paid $100 total for all the tattoos I got, and all the tattoos I got is for sure $1,000 worth of work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even paid $100 for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, that come with a risk. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, you willing to take that risk, and there's a lot of guys in prison that don't take that risk because if you get caught, man, ass out. You do not want to get caught tattooing, regardless if it's you that's doing the tattooing or if it's you that's getting a tattoo. You do not want to get caught with that shit. That shit is just as bad as having a knife. That shit is just as bad as having spud juice. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the top main things you do not want to get caught. You do not want to get caught with tattooing. You don't even want to get caught with a tattoo after you already got it done. It's still fresh on your body. You don't even want to get caught with it being fresh on your body. You know what I'm saying? Tattoos is one thing you don't want to get caught with in prison. And I'm going to break all that down. Well, let me hit the chat first. We are Mike. Hello, bro. What's the deal? Glaves, bro, you a goofy. That's cool. Uh, Cold art maker. Why there a brick wall behind you? I mean, that's my background. You know what I'm saying? It represents solitude. If you know, you know how the first row is built. First row is built off of bricks. You know what I'm saying? And you would rather stay in a brick home than a plastic home. You know what I'm saying? So brick relays, damn, brick represents solitude for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's my background. It represents solitude, how solid I am. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from. Glaves, you don't even rep your set no more. Man, come on, man. I'm 35, man. I don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? We too old for that. You know, I mean, I'm still that, but I don't be on there. I'm too grown for that shit. Chrissy, what's the deal, bestie? All right, let's get back to it. So, like I said, when I first came to prison, right? Of course, I ain't no shit, you know. So, I had this bunkie. Well, I had about 3 bunkies before I had got this one bunkie that I'm about to tell y'all about. So I had about 2 or 3 other guys that came and went when I first came to prison. To like when I first got to prison, like that February of 2012. That's when I first got to prison. Now, when I got there, I had 3 different bunkies before I got to this one bunkie. You know what I'm saying? And that took a time span over like 4 or 5 months. So maybe from February to like May or June, you know, somewhere around there, I was getting all these different bunkies. And I'm new to prison. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really like, you know, being on defense, you know, watching how shit go. Because this grown ass men coming in and out your cell. You know, you don't know what the fuck gonna happen. A nigga can turn on you one night, you know what I'm saying? Snatch you off the bunk, all type of shit. So I'm getting mixed feelings. Like, I don't know how the fuck really to react because it's like as soon as somebody come in the cell, they cool and everything. Then next thing you know, they gone. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to worry about who about to be my next bunkie. Is he gonna be on some bullshit? Is he in here for some whole shit? You know what I'm saying? So I dealt with this with three, a good 3 bunkies. You know what I'm saying? In a few months span. All right. So by the time I dealt with them 3 bunkies, boom, I get another one. This guy that came in, his name Richard Scott Hallenbeck. If anybody know him, please tell him to tap in with me. That is my dog right there. You know what I'm saying? I know he in his 60s, 70s, probably late 60s, something like that. The nigga, he old, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's still here, you know. But anyway, that was my dog. He came in, short, white, round dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a good 350. You know what I'm saying? Short as hell, no teeth. I mean, this nigga is a clown. You know what I'm saying? But he was my guy, white guy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, me and him, we get real cool and shit. So we doing our thing. You know, his boy ended up riding in. People ride in and out of prison all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you ain't gonna never jail with the same person for too long. Either that person gonna leave or you gonna leave. That's just what comes with prison. People get moved around all the time. You never in the same spot. You could be in the same spot, but most of the time you gonna ride out. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. They move people by the availability. You know what I'm saying? Different classes, shit like that. You know, so you move around all the time. Anyway, my new bunkie rolled in. Richard Scott Hallenbeck. His name's Scott. You know, so we just gonna call him Scott. So I got Scott in the cut with me. Me and Scott, we jamming, man. Scott got all his own shit. He got his own TV, his own MP3 player. He got his own shit. He got his own bag. You know what I'm saying? He had a wife that was holding him down. He was straight. He didn't need shit. You know, and when he first came in, I would have thought he was a bum. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ride out to a next prison and you get to your cell, your stuff don't come with you. It'll take like a good week, sometimes 2 weeks, before your property actually get to the prison that you at. It's crazy how they'll ride your ass out and your property will still be at that prison, you know, but that's how it go. So you will ride out to another prison and you're going to have to thug there for about 2 weeks before your property even get there. You know what I'm saying? So when he got there, he ain't have his property, you know. And sometimes motherfuckers be lying, acting like they got everything, and they don't be having shit, just trying to get in good with they bunkies, be lying, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Scott came in, he told me what was up. I ain't judge him, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he looked like a damn bum, like he don't got nothing. But I ain't judge him. I was cool with him. He was cool. So I looked out for him the whole time. Me and him was in the cell together before his property came. You know what I'm saying? I looked out for him. I wasn't tripping on none of that. Even if he didn't have nothing, I fucked with Scott. He was funny as fuck. He was real, and he had a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm looking out for him. Boom, his property come in. Sure enough, he got everything. I'm like, big. I got a bunkie that got his own shit. Cause all my other bunkies, they didn't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I had to make sure them niggas was straight. Even though I didn't have to, but that's the type of person I am. I'm not about to be eating in front of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cut like that. I don't roll like that. I got a TV. I'm not just gonna have it sitting on my bunk, and I know my bunkie down here don't got a TV and he can't watch TV. I'm gonna sit the TV on the desk for both of us to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not cut like that. It's a lot of niggas in prison that is cut like that, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure Scott was straight. You know what I'm saying? His property came in. He get to throwing shit back. Me and Scott got so motherfucking cool. I was my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him, like, dog, you ever got a problem, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And he knew how I was coming. He knew I was in that gang shit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He knew about all that. So he already knew if he ever had a problem, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It was to a point where I would walk the yard with Scott to let everybody know that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, I told people, but it's one thing from telling them and for them to actually see it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't spent laps around the yard with Scott a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Let people know, don't fuck with him because I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And in prison, it's like this, right? Especially if you gang banging or in religion, it's like you supposed to stick with your kind. You're not supposed to fuck with white people and Mexican people and none of that shit. You supposed to stick with your own kind. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of guys that was against me just because of that alone. Like, you fuck with the white man and you know what I'm saying, all that whole ass shit. I'm like, nigga, this the realest nigga I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas tripping on that fake ass race. Like, I'm not racial. I never been that. You know what I'm saying? But when I got with this guy, man, he made me like white people even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, that'd be my best friend. Like, if I could run into him right now, that'd be my best friend. And he a good 30 years older than me. Cause when I met him, I was in my 20s and he was in his 50s. So yeah, he a good 30 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? The realest motherfucker I ever met. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I let it be known I don't play about Scott. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. So a lot of niggas feuding with me because I'm cool with the white man and all that bullshit. I'm like, ain't none of y'all niggas gonna step. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had none of them kind of problems, but it was people jealous of that. So anyway, people had to get used to it. Scott, my dog, it is what it is. And I had a couple of other white guys I was cool with up in there too. You know what I'm saying? But Scott was my nigga. So anyway, couple months go down the line, me and Scott doing real good. His homeboy, Coy, ended up riding in, right? Before I get there, let me go to the chat. Ryan Lowry, I like your switch. Good looking, Brody. Good looking. All right. Now, with Coy, when he rolled in, right? Coy was a tall, slender, goofy-ass white dude. He was like Shaggy off of Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucking Coy was that boy. Now, this go back to what I was saying, how there's so many talented guys in prison. It's ridiculous. I think it's more smart guys in prison than it is out here in the world. And that's my word. You could think what you want to think. I real life believe is way more smarter men in prison than out here. Them guys in there could turn a little bit of nothing into a whole lot of something. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, they just made one bad decision and it ended their life. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them guys in there is smart than a motherfucker. Can draw, can tattoo. You know what I'm saying? They can knit shit. It's so many different hustles in prison that these guys come up with. You know what I'm saying? Braiding hair. I've been in two prisons, right? During my 4 years, I've been in two different prisons. Only two guys touched my hair while I was in prison. And the two guys that from two different prisons, both of them guys real street dudes, wasn't none of that funny shit, straight heterosexual men. You know what I'm saying? Not no funny ass trainees and all of that. I don't know if that's what people be thinking when you go to prison, you get your hair braided. It's by a funny dude. It's not. It's not. It's by real street niggas. You know what I'm saying? And what it is they learn how to braid here by being in prison so long. You be in prison so long, you don't got shit to do. Especially if you go to the hole. Like if you the type that go to the hole, in the hole, you don't get no clippers or none of that to line yourself up and cut your hair. You don't get that in the hole. So your hair just growing. When niggas be in the hole and their hair just be growing, they just start braiding it. They just start learning how to braid their own hair. You know what I'm saying? By the time they get out the hole, they got damn braids and shit. You know what I'm saying? They learn how to braid their own hair just by being in the hole. You know, you learn some shit about yourself being in prison for real. And that's how a lot of these guys learn who they is. They realize got to be sit down in prison. And this is what I mean by it's way more smarter dudes in there than out here. Because a lot of them don't even recognize their talent until they end up in that position. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, with the whole tattooing thing, right? Coy told me he do tattoos, right? So I'm like, shit, I need to, go ahead and get on it because I got some tattoos that I want to do, He like bet, He showing me he had like I don't want to call it a diary, but like a book full of, drawings and shit. And he was, asked me what type of stuff I want done, what type of font size, because he had different drawings and all type of fonts and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he was real detailed with his craft, tattooing. Now, this the thing with tattooing, right? It's a damn good hustle, but it's a very serious crime. You get caught with it. So the way how guys tattoo you in prison, like they do it in your cell. So the tattoo man got to come to your cell and he do your tattoos in your room on your body, in your cell. So just like how you go to a tattoo shop and they do it, they put the words on some paper and they wet it, put it across your chest or your arms, whatever, and then they outline it and draw over it and all of that. Same shit in prison. You know what I'm saying? With that whole process, the police make a round every hour. And basically, if a cop walk past your cell and they see you in there getting a tattoo, both of y'all going to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, that's like one of the highest crimes you could do in prison because it ain't like you out here. So tattooing in prison is a major crime in prison. And the way how guys be getting the tattoo guns and everything, I know y'all probably wondering how do that even happen in the first place if it's such a high crime. Well, dudes in there, they go to arts and craft. You got arts and craft classes in prison. So these dudes be doing arts and craft, and you get like the ink and the needles and shit. You get that type of shit from the arts and craft, and basically what they use as a pen. The barrel of a pen where you could take the ink slide out. You take the ink thing out the slide and it's just a barrel. They use that barrel of the pen, the needle that they get from arts and craft, and a tape recorder, because you can order a tape recorder in prison. The actual motor off of the tape recorder, They attached the tape recorder to the barrel of the pen, and they wrapped that shit up, around the damn lead pen and everything. I don't know how they do it. Like I said, these boys is real talented. You know what I'm saying? So it's the motor from a tape player, uh, a pen, real sharp needle. They got the ink. They wrap that shit up. They kick that motor on. That bitch tattoo your ass just like a damn tattoo gun. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get tattoos in prison. It all started from a motor off a damn tape player. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have all the other little tools to do it. But the motor from the tape player is what's gonna get you your tattoo in prison. Out cold. So anyway, like I said, you get caught tattooing, you're gonna go to the hole. That's a new charge. It's bad for business. You know that you don't want to get caught tattooing. But anyway, I wanted to get my tattoos done. I'm like, I might as well get them done here. I don't got shit else to do. Also, like I said, in prison, if you want $1,000 worth of tattoos in prison, that should be $40, $50. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the tattoo man you deal with, like major discount. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come out looking the same as these tattoo artists out here. It's gonna look the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, anyway, I told him the tattoos I wanted. He gave me the prices on everything. He did all my tattoos. Cool. Now on my arms, I got King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and across my chest, it say loyalty is royalty. Now on my back, and like I said, I'll show you all this stuff at a later time. It's just cold as fuck right now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on my back, it's my prison number. Yeah. You ever seen dudes in prison with a prison number on the back of their shirts, in big, bulky numbers? That's exactly how my tattoo on my back is. It's exactly how it is on the back of your shirt. Everybody like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? That was the symbol of me never coming back to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get to that. So anyway, I tell Coy, everything I want. You know what I'm saying? He drew all this shit up. It was everything I wanted. We got to it. He hit me with his price. I had the bag. It wasn't no problem. So at that time, Coy was in a whole nother unit. He wasn't even in the unit I was in. I was in 2 block. He was in 3 block. You know what I'm saying? That's another major red flag. You can't go in another building. If you assign to one block, if it's 1, 2, 3 blocks, if you assign to 1 block, that is your block. You can't go in 2 block or 3 block because you want to. You only can go in your 1 block. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So for Coy leaving his block to come in my block, that was a major flag itself. You know what I'm saying? But Coy ain't give a fuck. Coy was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Shaggy was a hustler. So he came over there to my unit. He brought all his tattooing equipment. That's another thing. You get caught walking across the yard with all this damn tattoo equipment. The police shake you down all the time. So Coy was taking a hell of a risk, you know what I'm saying, just for a couple dollars. But Coy was with it. Scott gave me, the okay. He like, yeah, my boy gonna get you together. This what he do, blah, blah, blah. I believed him because me and Scott, we was boys like that. You know what I'm saying? So I let Coy do his thing. He always came with clean needles, everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get nothing behind them tattoos or none of that bullshit. I'm still 100% healthy. You know what I'm saying? I got prison tattoos because my tattoo artist was a real tattoo artist and he took all the precautions he was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So Coy get over to my unit. He come up to my cell. He come in. We have Scott, my bunkie. My bunkie is the watch out guy. So while me and Coy in the room and Coy tapped me up, Scott is at the door being the lookout guy. So basically, if Scott see the cops walking up, walking up the stairs to come do their round, he let us know, hey, here come the police. So Scott either hide under the bed or had in the locker. Because, like I said, Scott was tall and lanky. You know what I'm saying? So his tall is getting the locker. Like, it's like a little blind spot. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he be like behind that little blind spot by the locker. We got away with it every time. It took us like 2 weeks to get all of my tattoos done because you only get so much time on the yard and stuff like that. You only get so much time to be out in the unit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we just out all day just doing what the fuck you want. It don't operate like that. You got lockdowns, you know what I'm saying? Yard closed, all type of shit. So these tattoos that he did, like I said, it took about 2 weeks to get the shit done. But he stood on business. He came over every day and he got it done. You know what I'm saying? Man, honestly, I don't even know how the fuck we made it out that shit. Cause usually when somebody tattooing that long, it'll usually be another inmate that'll tell on you. You know what I'm saying? To get you caught up. Man, I got off. So he tatted me up. I paid him that bag. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Now I got prison tattoos. Like shit crazy. I ain't even paid $100 and I got tattoos everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But the tattoo that stuck out the most was the one on my back, which is my prison number. So people ask me like, people in prison, they like, man, why the fuck you get your number tatted on you? Like, what type of dumbass shit is that? You know, I'm like, look, man, mind you, most of these guys that I'm in there with, they in there doing life. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't going nowhere. So they basically looking down on me like, what type of dumbass shit is that? Like nigga, you here in prison. Your number on the back of your shirt. Like nigga, I'm not gonna be here long. This is a pit stop for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to correct myself, learn from my mistakes and keep it moving. So whatever the fuck y'all thinking about me is crazy. Cause y'all not going home. You know what I'm saying? Y'all prison number took y'all life from y'all. My prison number preserved my life. You know what I'm saying? My prison number taught me some shit. You know what I'm saying? My prison number was worth going to prison for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tatted mine. I tatted my prison number for plenty of reasons. To stop me in my tracks. Because I'm a hothead. I go from 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? And I know I done had stopped from doing a lot of things because I thought about that tattoo on my back. Even though I can't feel it, I can't even see it, but I know it's there. You know what I'm saying? I vowed to get that tattoo to keep me from ever going back to prison. If I don't got no other reason why not to go back, it's because it's tattooed on my back. And if I go back, I'd be the biggest goofy in prison. Because ain't no nigga in history tattooed his prison number on his back how it is on the back of your shirt. So just like they say, if you write on the walls, you be back to wise from off. Well, a lot of people was trying to use that theory on me. You tattooing your number on your back, that's cursing you to make you come back. Man, look, miss me with all that superstition shit. You know what I'm saying? I know why I did this. I did this to keep me from coming back here. This is a constant reminder. Even if I'm 100 years old and somebody had to pick me up off the ground, if they had picked me up off the ground, they look at my back and they see them numbers on my back. They say, what them numbers mean? Even if I forgot about it, I will remember that day what them numbers mean. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth and reality. That shit keeping me alive. It kept me alive. You know what I'm saying? Because before I got them 6 numbers, I was your worst nightmare. Honestly. If you came across me in the streets, you ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? I was loyal to mine, but if you wasn't mine, you was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So them 6 numbers definitely turned me into a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, shit, I didn't realize what type of time I was on. I apologize. Let me tighten up. Let me get my life together. Nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my prison number did for me. It's a constant reminder of everything I done been through in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother world that a lot of people will never know. That's why a lot of people like hearing about prison. You know what I'm saying? When it's niggas like me that's like, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people out here that want to know about this shit. You know, and that's what them 6 numbers did for me. It keep me remember like, hey, you been there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that won't never experience it, I'm one of them that did. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, that ain't nowhere you want to be. That ain't nowhere you want to be. Like I said, you never heard a grown man cry for his life. You never heard that. You might have heard him cry about his kids. You know what I'm saying? He lost his brother, lost a mama or something like that. Yeah, you heard that cry, but you never heard a grown man cry for his life. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different cry. I'm a perfect example, R. Kelly. You just seen R. Kelly crying all on camera. But if you could hear the cry that he doing in prison right now, it'd be a whole different cry than what you done seen on recordings, on him doing interviews, crying and all of that shit. That cry he got going on in there right now, it's a cry you is different. You know what I'm saying? You crying for your life. That's like hearing an animal in the jungle that you never heard of. You never heard that type of scream, that type of holler that that come out that animal's body. You never heard that. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to watch Animal Planet to know that. You know what I'm saying? You would never even hear that unless you watch Animal Planet, where it take you in the damn safari desert. The rain deserts and shit like that, where animals and bugs and insects you would never see. You would never know nothing about them. You would never hear, like I said, how they, speak or whatever. They screams, they hollers, nothing. You would never know that shit if you didn't watch National Geographic. Same thing in prison. You ain't never heard a grown man cry for his life. You know what I'm saying? Flat the fuck out. Let me hit the chats real quick. Nick Rose, I believe. Hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no reason to lie. I don't got no reason to lie, bro. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, man. I'm up here in the D in the dirty gloves. Midwest shit, you know what it is. Rick 720. Where is stuff, bro? What you mean? I don't know. You gotta rewrite that. I don't know what you saying. But back to it. So the whole thing with the tattoos, Coy laced me up. We never got caught. Scott was the perfect lookout man. You know what I'm saying? He made sure we got everything done. Boom. It's a bet. My tattoos got to heal. Where's the weed today? Hey, look, you know something? I just smoked maybe like 30 minutes before I hopped on here. You know what I'm saying? I should have smoked with y'all, my bad, but I couldn't wait, man. I had to smoke. I had some shit on my mind, so I had blew the L before word. I actually got one roll, you know what I'm saying? But I had to go get it. I ain't doing all that. I'm smoking that one later, you feel me? But I'll smoke one with y'all tomorrow, so missed out on the roll up today, my bad, but you know what it is. It's all love, you feel me? I'm gonna come back with it. It's all good. Sometimes I gotta give y'all the story without the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm already high and I done already did that before I hopped on camera. But sometimes I gotta make videos without the blunt. You feel me? To show you that I could do this without the weed, So this is just one of them days, but I'll be back on the roll up. You know what it is. So back to it, man. Like I said, with the tattoo on my back, it represent a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And when I was in prison, like when you go take a shower or when you coming off the back 40 where you work out at shit like that, you know, niggas had their shirts off. You know, niggas all big and swollen shit, walking around diesel as hell. You know, so niggas that had their shirts off. Them the two major times you have your shirt off. When you going to take a shower or when you coming off the back 40, you know. So when niggas to see me with my shirt off, they be like, you got your prison number tatted? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody will make fun of me. And then I had to realize what type of people these are, what type of people they are that make fun of me. These is people that got life bits. These are people that got 20, 25 years to do. You know what I'm saying? These people that been gone 10, 15 years. These people that been gone since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they see my prison number on me. They look at me like I'm stupid, you know? But it's like, you don't know why I got this. I didn't get this for no damn notoriety or, you know, trying to look hard to people or none of that lame ass shit. I got this for a real reason for me. You know what I'm saying? This is my reminder not to ever come back to this shit. Like, nigga, you better learn your lesson today. You know what I'm saying? So my prison number that I got tatted on me is what's keeping me out of prison. And this February coming up, it'll be 10 years that I've been prison free. So evidently me tatting my prison number on me, it meant something. It did something. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is 10 years later and I haven't been back. And I'm not going back. I'm not going to be a B prefix, a C prefix, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I did my time and that's it. I will never go back, you know. But getting them tattoos in prison, man, you got to be careful with that shit. Because if you get caught with it, like I said, it's one of the worst crimes you can catch in there. You know what I'm saying? As far as get caught gang banging in there, that's one of the higher ups. Fighting, one of the higher ups. Tattoos, tattoo guns, knives, and spud juice. Them the top 5 worst crimes to get caught with in prison. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with that shit. Cause that ain't it, you know. And if they get your ass, they got you. You know. That tattoo shit make a lot of money. So the way how the system look at it is, if you in there doing anything that make a lot of money, then they could charge you with a high crime because you are an inmate. You just supposed to be here doing time. And basically, you in prison committing crimes. So they book your ass on some shit like that, you know? So, man, Corey knew what he was doing. I was in there with a bunch of blessed people that had some hell of a talent. They just dropped the ball, you know what I'm saying, and landed themselves in prison for life. And 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? I slid right out that bitch with a little 4-piece, you know, slid right past their ass and got all the experience that I needed off of them. You know what I'm saying? My time did what it was supposed to do, you know, and I greatly appreciate that shit. So my number being tattooed on my back, that's what it's there for. To never forget where the fuck I came from, because, man, that was a time to never have again. You know what I'm saying? I still lost 4 years of my life, but it gained me like 10 years worth of wisdom. No cap. You know what I'm saying? And I take that. That was enough for me, you know. So I learned my lesson. I'm out the way and I'm done. But that prison number, that's for life, baby. That's going to always hit my membrane just in case I ever do something that will send me back there. That prison number on my motherfucking back. Better believe that. I ain't going against that. I don't care what it is. That motherfucking prison number on my back, tap in. I ain't doing it, baby. You can call me whatever you want. Call me free. Because that's where I'm at. I'm going to remain on this side of the fence. Life is way better on this side, baby. That's why I tatted that number. So I won't go back on that side. Been another live stream and roll up a So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.